Things that you don't owe anyone an explanation for. This is printed in blogherald.com by Isabel Chase, February 8th, 2025. There's a lot of things in life that people expect us to explain or justify. But the truth is, we don't owe anyone an explanation for everything we do. Sometimes we feel pressured to defend our choices, whether it's how we spend our time, who we surround ourselves with, or what makes us happy. Constantly explaining ourselves can be exhausting and honestly unnecessary. At the end of the day, your life is yours to live. And smart people know that there are certain things that they don't need to justify to anyone. Here's some things that you don't owe anyone an explanation for. Number 1, your life choices. Not everyone will understand the decisions you make, and that's okay. You don't have to explain why you chose your career path, why you moved to a new city, or why you decided to stay single or get married. Your life is yours to live. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you don't need to justify your choices to others. People will always have opinions, and that doesn't mean that you owe them an explanation. 2, how you spend your time. I used to feel guilty about saying no to plans or choosing a quiet night in over going out. I'd find myself explaining why I just wanted to relax, as if I needed permission to take time for myself. But the truth is, how I spend my time is my decision. Whether I'm working on a personal project, binge watching my favorite show, or just doing nothing at all, I don't owe anyone an explanation. We all have different ways of recharging and prioritizing what matters to us. And that's something we never have to justify. 3, saying no. Many people struggle to say no because they fear disappointing others. In fact, studies show that humans are wired to seek social approval, which makes rejecting requests feel uncomfortable. Saying no is a necessary skill. You don't have to explain why you're turning down an invitation, declining extra work, or setting a boundary. Simply no is enough. You're allowed to protect your time and energy without justifying it. 4, your relationship status. Whether you're single, in a relationship, married, or divorced, you don't owe anyone an explanation for your relationship status. People love to ask questions. Why are you still single? Or when are you getting married? As if there's a timeline everyone should follow. But the truth is, your personal life is just that, personal. You get to decide what makes you happy, and you don't need to justify it to anyone. 5, your healing process. Healing, whether it's from heartbreak, grief, trauma, or loss, doesn't come with a deadline. No one else gets to decide how long you should take to move on, or how you should cope with what you've been through. Some wounds take time. Some days will be harder than others, and that's okay. You don't have to explain why you're still grieving, why certain things still hurt, or why you're taking time for yourself. Your healing is your own, and you deserve to go through it at your own pace. 6, your dreams and goals. Not everyone will understand the path you choose. Some people will question why you're chasing a dream that doesn't seem practical, or why you're working so hard for something they don't see as worthwhile. I've had moments when I doubted myself because of others' opinions. I felt the pressure to explain why I wanted something so badly, as if I needed their approval to go after it. The truth is, no one else has to see your vision. Your dreams are yours to pursue. You don't need to justify them to anyone. 7. Your financial choices. How you choose to spend, save, or invest your money is entirely up to you. Whether you're splurging on something that makes you happy or being extra cautious with your budget, you don't owe anyone an explanation. People love to give, not get, unsolicited opinions about money, questioning why you bought something expensive or why you're not spending even more. They're not the ones living your life or handling your life or your responsibilities. As long as you're making choices that align with your values and goals, that's all that matters. 8. Being yourself. Why you don't have to explain why you think the way you do, why you feel things deeply, or why you are the way you are. You're allowed to exist just as you are, without justifying your personality, your preferences, or the way you see the world. The right people will accept you for exactly as you are. And for everyone else, you don't owe them an explanation either. Human beings are naturally social creatures, wired to seek connection and approval. That doesn't mean that we owe the world an explanation for every choice we make. Psychologists have long studied the concept of autonomy, the fundamental need to feel in control of our own lives. Research in self-determination theory suggests that autonomy is essential for well-being, allowing us to make decisions based on our values rather than external pressure. At the end of the day, you're allowed to live for yourself. Not everyone will understand your decisions, and not everyone needs to. The more you embrace this, the freer you will feel.